Hello, a very warm welcome to our first Gita collaboration talk. And I have Kai here with me. And I'm Elke Böckstiegel, and I'm the initiator and lead of this project. And I'm really very honored that Kai is joining the project as my co-lead. Thank you very much, Kai. So, short words from you.
Thank you, Elke. Thank you for having me. Yes, I feel honored as well, of course. And thank you for asking me to be a co-lead in this project about collaboration within Gita. And I'm very happy to join. I'm very happy to share any thoughts that I have and why I'm here, basically, with you.
Okay, we want to talk about why did we initiate this project and what's all about that. So maybe I start with my with my initiative. Collaboration is for me a key issue for all economical doing, and so I experienced some years ago in the deep impact industry here in Berlin that there is a very different culture of collaboration than I experienced in normal businesses and companies. And that was something that touched me deeply, because it's a sort of collaboration with heart, with win-win, with a special openness, and you can find it by people who really want to achieve something from their own purpose. And in this context, I learned. I met Kai, and Kai is really a very experienced, very expert in that field, and that's why we have all this conversation about collaboration and started this project. So, but because of Kai is the expert, Kai, can you tell us what this special sort of collaboration in this deep impact industry? What's about that?
Yes, sure. I can try at least. I think that I have been looking at this topic of collaboration from two sides in the past. I have been entrepreneur for a long time. I founded two companies, both within the clean tech industry.
Ah, okay.
Right? So I come from this area of impact industry, right? And I come from the area as a founder. And I do what founders do, and that's try and find resources to achieve what I want to achieve. And this is all about collaboration with other people. And what I found out through basically people like you, Elke, is that what seems to be normal in a certain small niche where I have been working is not yet normal in other industries, and that's what made me think about it. And then when you asked me, hey, let's do this project of collaboration within the Gita, I thought that's a cool thing, because basically we have some keys how to do it, and this is all about working for what we want to achieve, right? Working for a purpose, and that's what I thought we could share here.
Yes, and thank you for this short explanation. And we talked about that in the past, and for me it was something like it's not that easy to find the real difference and what's about that. And so purpose seems to be one ingredient of this sort of collaboration. So what do you think why it is purpose? Because not in normal in normal industries you have these goals and visions and missions and it's not the same.
Well, you have it everywhere. You have it everywhere.
Okay.
But you feel if it's real purpose when people are personally connected to this. And
yes.
if they're connected
That's
to a purpose, if it is their purpose, then they have no problem in collaborating and cooperating with everybody else because they're looking for for a joint purpose.
Yeah. So it's this sort of personal connectivity, being really involved, as Nassim Taleb said, they have real skin in the game. So it's not that I'm separated and fragmented from everything, and I'm only doing my job.
Yeah, and in German we say entfremdet. Karl Marx said it, and I don't really know the word in English, separated. And it was even, it's like 140 years ago that he said it, and still true. And if we connect with what we're doing and why we're doing our activity, then we're aligned in a purpose. And I have no problem. No human being has a problem to collaborate with someone else who is aligned with the same purpose. And that's that how to do it. That's the secret, and a secret source that we need to find, right? How can we implement something like easy, transparent collaboration, which also means a risk. It's always a risk when I cooperate,
as life in general is a risk, isn't it?
Everything I know to someone else, then he could use it against me, right? But when we know it serves the same purpose, then we take this risk. Let's take some example. Reinventing organizations, right? It's a very, very well-known book by Frederic Laloux, and he had this case study from the Birds organization, this company, which is a for-profit company, that changed their whole structure so that any employee could work for his personal purpose and personal well-being. And it went so far that they are transparent and exchanging what they are doing and how they are doing is with anybody else, with the whole competition, because they know it's better to serve the purpose. It's just an example which is well known because it's in the book. But if you look at those various different startups in our industry, they're very open about what they're doing, and they take the risk that someone else might copy them, but the whole purpose is served. Let's put it like that.
So do you think it depends on, because we both have experienced this collaborative culture in the deep impact industry. So do you think that deep impact industry and purpose and the people who are really connected to their purpose is something is essential to this industry, and therefore we can find this culture in this industry?
Yes, I think in an industry such as a clean tech industry, where they serve a purpose, which is fighting climate change, right? Fighting pollution, all that stuff. Also in social impact. Yeah. Basically, thing for me. It is an inherent ingredient, right? So it's already there. But in any activity, in any organization, there has to be in the core a purpose. And if there isn't, it's just empty, right? And this goes nowhere. If you look at values like shareholder value, this goes nowhere, and because it's short-term profit-driven, it is not at all holistic, and if it's a goal to benefit on the one side, and to not to care about whatever destruction you cause on somewhere else, then it is like simply the wrong goals, and it's a very simplistic way of looking at it. Yeah. Now let's look back, because we can be optimistic here. If we look like 100 years back, and we look at companies like Bosch and Mercedes and these ones, they had a purpose. They didn't know about climate change, so they couldn't have a climate purpose, right? But they had a purpose, and these were good companies. And it's only since like the 80s when we have this god of shareholder value and bottom line each quarter that we might have forgotten it. We can just get back to it.
I'm really curious about that. It's funny because we talked about that purpose, not purpose, a lot, because in my professional life, where I'm running the company Harmonia Logic, and we developed the methodology for getting in action along the orientated at not a goal or a vision, but the purpose, or as we call it, the Anliegen, and to have a look around all the complexity and to involve all stakeholders and find wise and sustainable actions, and so that's very interesting, because you say in the impact or green tech industry, it's about concern, it's about purpose oriented people, and that makes the difference in regarding to how they collaborate or competitive or are moving in a competitive way, right?
Yeah. I mean, I have a very simple, short example in my personal environment. There's a new startup. They developing a very high quality, let's put it simple, paint for ships, right? Which doesn't pollute the oceans. Right. And we talked about competition and if others might copy them. And basically we said, well, that would be a good thing for the oceans, right? So
yeah.
So where's the problem?
And not only for profit, but profit must be for running a company on a long term.
Yeah, but even competition, even thinking about competition, usually say, oh, we have to get competition out of the way. Even if competition is out there, it would serve the purpose. So why not? Let's embrace the competition and see where we get together with them.
Yeah, great. So last question to you, Kai. Yeah. What is your heart concern? Why you spend your time and heart and brain in a voluntary Gita collaboration project? What thrives you?
I think that what I can do best is put the right, let's say, analyze what's out there, see the opportunities, and communicate them to others, see and understand patterns that work somewhere, right? And then try and get them implemented in as many places as possible. So that's why I'm working with various startups, like dozens of startups. That's why I'm trying and help Gita and try to apply what I might already have learned somewhere else in this environment, right?
Yes,
that's probably like my purpose in life, that I'm good at pattern recognition and telling them.
Very good for complexity and trying to figure out what's next, what will be the next thing. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so maybe we can tell the audience what we want to achieve with the project.
Sure, I have a very clear goal. I don't know exactly how we will achieve this, right? But the goal would be to learn from everything that is out there, and all these smart people. One example was this famous guy Frédéric Laloux, but all these smart people that are already applying stuff that works, and making it available for all those that are interested, and helping to implement it, and make impact, including collaboration, mainstream for everybody.
Yeah. Great. Thank you for this very short summary of what we want to achieve with this project. So I think we started the project, and in this sense, we try to reach out to you, or people you know you have in your network, who had made experiences about collaboration in this impact-driven industries, with this different culture, as Kai tried to tell us a little bit more about that. And if so, we want to get in contact with these people and try to understand a little bit more how we can do this kind of collaboration, and at the end to put this together, and maybe we can describe a little bit more and more precisely what is the pattern and the components of this sort of collaboration. Yeah. One last thing before we say goodbye to everybody. Kai, you had this idea to name this collaboration of inner motivation. May you tell us a little bit about why you choose this title for it?
Yeah, sure. That's like my it's my heart, right? I was thinking about it. Why collaboration? Why we're doing this? And to go just back, and I'll try to make it short. In the very beginning, there was evolution, right? And evolution is about collaboration and competition at the same time. So it is completely normal to compete and to collaborate at the same time. And the inner motivation for collaboration comes out of your quest for happiness, right? You are happy
at the end.
Yeah, you're happy when you love what you're doing, right? You are happy when you can help someone else to move forward. That's what makes us happy, and when we're happy, we love what we do, we're automatically serving a purpose, and we're not serving some short-term weird goals such as earning a salary, right? And what is even more important from my point of view is that when we're aligned with our purpose and we're happy doing what we do, we will certainly not try to be even happier in earning more money than our neighbor, right? That just doesn't count anymore. And that's the inner motivation for collaboration comes automatically when you think of, okay, what is important in life? What do I work for?
So, and that's end up with the purpose, your own purpose of what are you doing in your business life and private life, of course, at the same time.
And even competition can be more interesting if it's not about money, but about like building the better product or whatever.
Yeah, having the best of the best ideas. Yeah, great. Okay, thank you very much. thank you very much that you listen and watched our short conversation. So if you feel that you want to contribute or you want to share something with us, please reach out for us. You see at the end our where you can find us via email or LinkedIn or DE Gita Global. And we would be very, very lucky to get in touch with you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Kai.
One last hint.
Yes.
By reaching out or reaching out via LinkedIn is always extremely helpful, because then you can really put the dots together.
Yeah, that would be.
If anyone reaches out to, through LinkedIn, please include a message, right? Then we know what it's about. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and see you soon to the next Gita collaboration talk. Bye.
Lovely. Will do. Thank you.